Depends on the industry and the tool. We all know about the impact of Okta on other organizations. I don't know the exact timeframes in which they were back up operating, but just because Okta was up and running doesn't mean that the organizations that were relying on Okta were able to apply any patches or anything to fix the stabilization issues that they were having on their end. And I say stabilization issues as a broad cover for the operational impact. So it really just depends. Ideally, if you're in a regulated industry, you're going to want to have that to be 8 hours is like your max that you can go without. That's one full business day, taking into account that you may be global as well. So there are different chunks of 8 hours. But there is a lot of risk because if you can't get into your environment, how can you respond if there's actually an incident? So that has implications as well in terms of how you're going to respond, your SOC is going to respond, or if they can respond to anything going on. The best approach that I can think of would be to do a business impact assessment on this exact thing. Say, okay, the process, identity and access management, and then going, okay, what are the upstream and downstream impacts? What are the vendors that are involved? Because it's likely more than one. What does that look like? Stack ranking them based on your priorities and then understanding who in that upstream and downstream could be impacted because they're all going to have different SLA requirements and uptime and downtime, et cetera. So corp IT might need something within an hour, where engineering might need something within 5 minutes. So looking across and understanding what those uptime and downtime requirements are can help you focus on and being conservative on the most urgent and what that impact is. Maybe you could have engineering want a 5-minute turnaround time for fixing things, but that might not be a critical process they need access to. It might just be them saying it's critical because it's engineering, where corp IT might need something. They say, oh yeah, it's only an hour. But then looking at the impact that will have on other dependencies, that might actually need to be 5 minutes. So having a clear understanding of where everyone sits and then gaining consensus amongst the leaders in your organization on what those uptime and downtime requirements are is going to be beneficial because then you can work to that common denominator and everyone understands what actually is a priority and what processes will break. Because I think a lot of companies lack that knowledge. Upstream and downstream, people don't really think about upstream. It's always downstream, but it goes both ways.